Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of Argo Sports Insider. I'm Will Kennedy. This is Coach Phil Krause from the UWF swimming and diving team. And we got to say congratulations, Coach. You guys went off to Cleveland, Mississippi last week. Third straight conference championship. It's got to feel good. You've celebrated this in a couple different ways through the years. Did you do anything special this time? Backflips?
I did another reverse off the 3-meter into a can opener. Yeah, so that's my tradition, I guess.
Walk us through that event. I mean, it's several days in a row, and it really is. And I know a lot of people kind of maybe struggle to understand this, but swimming, it is individual. You get in the pool and you're going to compete in your race, but it is truly a team sport.
It is. There's a lot of ups and downs over the 4 days. We go every morning, and you have to qualify for night. So it's almost like there's 8 sessions, and if you don't do well in the morning, then you don't have a chance to score as many points as you want to at night. So it's hard to kind of get yourself up in the morning and really get pepped up. I don't know. There's studies where our bodies are more aware at night. We're more awake, all that kind of stuff. So we have to force the issue a lot in the morning. We typically do pretty well, but we do even better at night. So which is nice, but
when it counts, right?
Yeah, we do leave some 9th places on where we could be maybe 8th and get some more points. But girls did a nice job. Again, there's some natural laws, and you kind of got to pick them up. And when we go there too, we don't have men, and there's men and women. Boys bring a lot of energy and a lot of noise and a lot of craziness, and we don't have that on our team, so the girls have to do it themselves. So they've got to be mindful of that. And so I think on Friday we had a little bit of a lull, but they did a really nice job of coming back on Saturday and bringing it home. So
one nice thing is I know kind of watching, from afar, you guys, get out to a nice start, and then if you can kind of stay at or near the top of that leaderboard, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's just keeping momentum like any other sport. If you can keep that going, and you see a lot of times, I think probably more in basketball, there's a quarter, where somebody, it's maybe looking a little focus, and then they got to, get back up on it again. So, but they did a nice job, and obviously diving helps us quite a lot too. So, and that was. Diving alternates every year too, so sometimes it's on the 1st and 3rd day, sometimes 2 and 4. This year was 2 and 4, so we didn't have that early bump.
The point bonus, yeah.
Early bump there. So
obviously there's a lot of great individual performances, but at the top of both swimming and diving, Esther Rossetto is the swimmer of the meet, Kelsey DeJesus is the diver of the meet, and
yes.
When you start with those two in their individual things, I mean they're huge.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. Obviously no guarantee. I mean Esther was tied for her 4th win this year. So last year she won all 4 outright, but it was a different event for her, and so she did a nice job. And both of them, unfortunately, are both graduating, so leaving some big shoes to fill. But we've got a lot of girls coming up and a good class coming in, so hopefully we'll do all right as well.
Who else stood out for you as far as especially on the swimming side?
Oh, geez. Yale's always great. She won 3 of her events and got 2nd in another as well, and she was co-swimmer last year, so that's nice. We had some freshmen step up, do some amazing times, like Lola Foley did great, Sydney Hardis, Morgan Mangum did great as far as freshman-wise. We've had a good year, and it's been up and down and back and forth, and some people who just don't really think, hey, they're going to do some good stuff, but great. And I would say, as far as maybe a junior who's also graduating early, Abby Williamson, she had a broken foot and she was out for 5 weeks, and then maybe back in for 2 or 3 more that were kind of tentative. And I was like, I don't know, is she going to score or not going to score? And went with the gut move because she's a gutsy girl, and she scored a lot of points and helped us on relay. So it was great to see that kind of stuff happening.
You want to be peaking no matter what the sport at the right time.
Right.
Obviously, you peak at the conference, and that's a fantastic thing. And of course, next, getting qualified for the NCAAs, both swimming and diving. Where do you stand on that, and kind of what's next for the team?
So we turn in our entries today, and we find out on Wednesday who will be invited. I believe we have. Esther's got an A cut, so she's automatically in. Yale's real solid. I think we have a couple other ones, Brooke Simila and Stephanie Marquardt, that are probably going to get in where they sit. It's usually 24 to 25 to maybe up to 28 people per individual event. It's a cap number, so it kind of wanes back and forth. But they should all get in. I think Olivia Hadaway has a shot. She's 28th right now, as far as we know. And then we've got a few relays, so we'll take some relay-only swimmers too. So we might have up to 8 swimmers, and then we have 3 divers qualified. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Well, congratulations to you and Coach Barr Parker. You both get Coach of the Meet as well.
Yeah, that's great.
Keep us posted on where things are going, and we'll let everybody else know.
We'll do.
Congrats,
right,
Coach,
thanks
on the
for having
conference
us. Go
championship.
Argos.
We'll talk to you soon. Time to talk some hoop. We got men's head coach Jeff Burkhammer with us. A little bit different this week. Last week of the regular season. And, Coach, you guys shake up the schedule a little bit. Wednesday night game and a Friday night game. In conference, out of conference. Just a little bit different vibe.
Yeah, just kind of how the GSC schedule worked. they're the lone wolf. West Georgia's the lone wolf, so they play a lot of Wednesday, Saturday games. So we got them on Wednesday, and then we play non-conference with Spring Hill on Friday. They wanted to move the game to Friday because their SIAC tournament starts on Monday. A little bit different for us, but Wednesday, Friday will be good this week.
Let's talk about last week a little bit. You had Shorter and Lee come in and 2 games, on the home court. You're liking to win both of them if you can. Get the split with them there. Where we are in the standings right now, this is an important game with West Georgia.
Important game. We're still sitting 4th right now. A lot of different scenarios with tiebreakers, but we need to take care of ourselves and put us in that mix. But, big game on Wednesday. Thought the last week, the Shorter game, a lot of people played. Everyone scored. Really good game for us to have. And then the Lee game was just a hard-fought game.
This is an opportunity also this week. If you guys can pick up these 2 wins, you get to 20 wins, and I know that's a nice goal for a program.
Well, it's anytime you get to 20 wins, I mean that's a great thing for a season, and that's something basketball coaches I think really strive for. So, big week with 2 home games, and hopefully we can finish out the right way. I think we'll talk to our team about this week. Hey, we've won 2 of our last 3. Let's see if we can win 4 out of 5 and have some momentum going into the tournament.
Being, as you mentioned, in control of your own destiny, I mean, that's where you want to be, even if it's, for that 4th place. But that home court in the playoffs can be huge.
Well, we've given up a little bit of that control, but we still can get to a win total that gives us a chance to host a home game. And, we'd love to play at home versus going on the road in that first round.
What do you expect from West Georgia?
West Georgia's a team that's played really, really well down the stretch. They started out slow, and they've won like 9 of the last 12, 10 of the last 12 games. They got a couple of the best players in the league. A team that runs a lot of stuff. I mean, we really have to do a good job defensively of communicating and talking, and then offensively handle their pressure because they do play pressure man-to-man. And it's a game, Will, where I think late in the year you find out little things, 50-50 balls. One block out can mean the difference in winning and losing. One possession here or there throughout the game, and you got to get kids to understand the importance of every possession, whether it be on the offensive end or the defensive end.
And the home crowd can come out, and you don't have a ton of seniors, but an opportunity to honor those.
Well, we don't have any seniors.
Any seniors. I was going to ask. Connor Flanagan's been here for 18 years, and he's still not a senior.
Well, we've got 2 grad kids. We have 2 graduate players with Jackson Henningfield and DJ, Darren Jenkins. So we will honor those guys on Friday night and really appreciate their efforts this year.
Coach, good luck this week.
Okay, thanks.
Hard to believe, but we're winding down this last week of the regular season. Coach Stephanie Lawrence-Yelton joins us now, UWF women's basketball team. I mean, where did it go?
Well, at some points in the season, it seemed like it took forever. And now that we're at the end, it's really going by super fast.
This is, last week of the regular season. You guys, oddly enough, only have 1 game, and that comes up on a Wednesday night, which is a strange one. It'll be your senior night. But also, you got to watch kind of what some other teams are doing in the GSC, and some other teams have 3 games left.
Well, we've been very blessed this year with only missing 1 game due to COVID protocol early in the season. So a lot of these late games are games of people who are making up games that they lost because they lost multiples throughout the season and needed to really make up those games to get the number of games in that they needed for NCAA play. So, we're sitting at a spot where we can really push, in this last game, take a couple of days off, get healthy, get rejuvenated, and get ready for the GSC tournament.
And that could be an advantage. West Georgia will come in on Wednesday. You guys are coming off 2 games at home last week, had Shorter in on a Thursday, get a nice victory there. Tough one with Lee in the Saturday game, and that's a team, you could see again. You could see again in the tournament.
We certainly could. And, the game here at Lee, I thought our team played, well enough to win. There were stretches of time where we, had a couple of, scoring droughts, but I thought we played extremely hard. Our deficit against Lee was our free throw shooting.
Nothing free about free throws.
We went 15 of 29 for the game, which is way below our average as a team. And then, of course, the game was super tight towards the end. And if we'd have just had those free throws, especially early in that second half, I think it would have been a different ball game.
So this is, for you, a chance to get to 20 wins here, with a win in the regular season and then pick up a win in the GSC tournament. And with what the program has kind of done, has had happen the last couple of years, that's a huge step forward. This whole season's been a nice step forward.
Oh, this is a great turnaround. I think it's one of our biggest turnarounds that we've ever seen here at UWF. For us to double our wins from last season, we've already surpassed the number of wins from the last 2 seasons, and on the brink of a 20-win season. I mean, that's a huge turnaround. Our players have really worked hard to get us in that position, and we're hoping it keeps rolling.
Honoring the seniors with the game on Wednesday night against West Georgia. If you win that game, you're going to be hosting one to get the tournament started. That's not a bad spot.
No, that'll be a fun Tuesday, Super Tuesday.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
Of course, our spring sports are also in full bloom, so to speak. A conference opening series for both baseball and softball this last weekend as they got things done with West Georgia coming in. For softball, a clean sweep against the Wolves. They improved to 8-3 now in the season. Most importantly, 3-0 in conference play. We had a chance to catch up to Coach Ashley McLean and a few players after the series.
I thought our girls came out very calm and collective, and to get a sweep in our first conference series is huge, and also to be at home to get that sweep for our fans is pretty big. Mentally, she was prepared. She was talking about West Georgia all week, which is huge for Kelsey Sweat to be able to be mentally locked in that early in the week. And she came out here and just trusted her stuff, and I'm so proud of her and how well she kept it together, and she just hit her spots and trusted her defense. Jessica definitely stood out. It's fun to watch her kind of get calmed down, in the lineup and see what she really has, because she does it at practice every day. But Vasquez had a great weekend. Literally everybody on our team, they went out there and they had quality at bats. If they came off the bench to pinch hit, they had a quality at bat. So you can't ask for more than that. And I'm excited for this team. It's super young, but they're getting after it and they're finding their comfort. Shorter, scrappy, they have a pretty good coach and they have some athletes there. So they took one from Delta yesterday, and I'm excited to see what they will bring to us, and I'm excited to be back at the Fork.
I think we should carry this energy into the next few weekends coming up, because they're going to be good teams that we play, and keep the bats alive and the pitching rolling. I think just attacking the zone and really just attacking hitters, not throwing around anybody, just going right after everyone until they prove me wrong, and I think that really helped my confidence a lot.
I think we had a really great weekend as a team. We all worked together, we put some hits together, and we scored a lot of runs. I would say it was definitely my team keeping me up, because I know my head was in it. I was in my head the first couple weekends, and my team, they got me out of it.
Baseball got back on track. The home cooking at the Spoon doing them very well as they get 3 wins over West Georgia. They had that tough series down at Rollins, so back on the winning track. 3 wins in conference is huge. They'll have Shorter coming in. That's a big series at the Spoon coming up this weekend. We got to sit down and talk to head coach Mike Jeffcoat after all the wins over the Wolves.
Tyler didn't have his best stuff. I thought their team did a good job adjusting to him and, got those early 3 runs, and then we were able to, answer in the bottom and take the lead. And then he gave up the big 3-run homer to them for them to take the lead. And, that's just some of the things where Tyler's got to locate a little better, but still have tremendous confidence in him. And, our guys battled today, and that's what the, maturity of a team's got to be able to do, is be able to learn to come back when we're down and hold their water in big defensive situations when they had second and third, and then the runner at third there in the extra innings. And our pitchers came in and did a great job. Dylan Lawson outstanding behind, Dowdy, and then Wilkerson right there at the end. Huge couple punch outs to give us a chance there in the bottom of the 10th. So, just real proud of these guys, and we're getting guys off the bench and using guys in different ways, and they're all coming in ready to do their job. We're getting runners on. Obviously today we did leave a little bit too much out there, I think, but give credit to them again. West Georgia brought in some guys that did some good job on the mound for them and made some tough pitches on us. But again, that's baseball, and you're going to have that ebbs and flows, and they want to win as bad as we do. And we luckily were able to hold on there and get us into the 10th. And it was huge. You got Alden Davis getting the big hit right there to drive in the tying run in the 8th. Preston Moore getting the hit to start the inning. Pinch ran for him, and you got Mark Townsend getting the big steal to get in the scoring position. So a lot of contributions from guys, and that's what it's going to take to win. Every weekend of conference is going to be tough. Shorter coming into town next weekend. They played us tough last year, beat us 2 out of 3 at home. Had to open up with them in the conference tournament and play them in the regional, and so they're going to be a tough nut to crack. They got their number 1 back, and he's a tough one to beat, and just try to prepare like we've done this week. I thought we made a lot better adjustments this week, getting back to our plan at the plate, and I think the results were there this weekend. So we just got to keep plugging along still early in the season.
Both baseball and softball again at home, short of the opponent for both. It'll be baseball Friday and then a doubleheader Saturday. Softball a little bit different, doubleheader Saturday. They'll finish up the series on Sunday. You can go to goargos.com, of course, to see the latest scheduling. Men's tennis went to the indoor championships up in Indianapolis. They finished 1-2, finished 4th. The women, their tennis team will be getting their first taste of that as they will go to their indoor nationals as well. And women's golf out on the course, as I'm speaking to you right now, we'll update you on how they did on our our next program. So tons of stuff going on. By the way, swimming and diving, that is the 110th Conference Championship for UWF Athletics. We'll have more on our next program. But remember, GoArgos.com and always the Argo Armada app are your places to keep up with everything that's going on with UWF Athletics. See you next time. Go Argos.